an announcement today out of the administration that should be good for the low income, and an index that was established many decades ago is one again resurfacing. I want to start off by talking about the news announcement that just came out of the administration a short time ago, a little bit earlier today. Now, this is in regard to medical debt. Now, here's the deal. I know that a lot of you in this community have medical debt. Now, obviously, it does impact a lot of people. A lot of times, it is a lot of money, and it's really hard to get ahead of it. The administration came out a short time ago earlier today, and they are talking about ways that they can eliminate medical debt for the low income. Amazing stuff. Not only is medical debt really tough to get ahead of and actually pay down, but at the same time, it also shows up on credit reports, which is unfair because here's the deal. Some of us may not have insurance coverages or things like this. Therefore, we rack up a lot of medical debt. So, the administration is working on number one, eliminating medical debt, and also helping those low-income individuals who are eligible to get onto affordable healthcare plans to make sure that everybody stays covered. In fact, according to the statistic, 1 in 3 Americans out there right now has a lot of medical debts like outstanding medical debt balances. So, 1 in 3 people. We also found this in the same statistic. Since June of 2021, in the United States, we have racked up $88 billion of medical debt on our consumer reports. In other words, that is not a good place to hold medical debt. But unfortunately, a lot of times that is the place that we actually have to hold it, right? So, pretty cool stuff. Also, there's a provision in there. For those of you who are VA beneficiaries, there may be some provisions in there where they can actually have you eliminate your medical debt as well. One of the reports that came across which I want to throw out to share these types of reports with you. 2 out of every 3 people out there right now are cutting back significantly on their spending because of massive inflation. So as a result of that, there's not enough money going around. There's certainly enough money out in the world, like there's a ton of money in circulation, more money than we could ever possibly think of. Because of the rapidly rising prices, it's going out the door even faster than it usually was. A lot of people are cutting back on their spending in a significant way. According to this report, 2 out of every 3 people, that's good. And honestly, the economy is going to feel it. The economy is gonna feel it in a big way here. It might take a few months for all of it to catch up, but you better believe it. The economy is going to feel all of this, and it is going to slow down in a big way. But that's kind of one of the results of all of the inflation and everything going on out there. So it's a very tough decision that all of us need to make on a regular basis. It was about 50 years ago that a prominent economist actually established this index at the time, and it's popping up one again here. It's actually a little bit interesting. It calls the mystery index. It is simply established when the unemployment rate and the inflation rate are combined together. So, added up together, combined over double digits. So, 10% or more is actually 3.6%, and the inflation rate right now, as of today, the new report will be out in the morning, is 7.9%. Well, that's putting us at about 11.5%. Tomorrow, that's gonna be changing in a big way. It is any time that these two numbers are added together, equal over double digits. So 10% or more, it is misery for the party in control. So the party control is misery for the party in control. And at the same time, it is also misery for the American people and those people who are living through this time with all of the massive inflation and everything going on. And honestly, the name is probably pretty accurate. I think a lot of us right here in the community could probably agree. Misery is probably a pretty good word to describe it. Also, let's quickly talk about the checks that could still be going out based on the latest report that was just released. It was probably 4 weeks ago. Now, there was a bill. Well, let me take that back. It wasn't a bill quite yet. It was a proposal that was introduced by a small handful of Democratic lawmakers and representatives in the House introduced this bill, the Gas Rebate Act of 2022. As a result of that, they wanted to be sending out monthly checks to the low income on an ongoing monthly basis. Based on gas prices, provided gas prices were over $4 a gallon, they were going to continue to send out the checks on an ongoing monthly basis. The national average of 1 gallon of gas is still $4.11 after falling from the record high of $4.33 as a national average record. By the way, so we are down at 22 cents per gallon. Oil is solidly below $100 a barrel before topping out over $130 a barrel about again, maybe a month and a half ago or so. As a result of this proposal that was sent out that was introduced about a month ago, these monthly ongoing checks could still be going out for the low income right here and right now. This payment should have been going out by now, and according to latest report right here, as we are approaching the middle of the month already, these payments should still be going out as a result of the latest regarding on gas prices. Some experts, the analysts, watch the oil market and the gas market very closely, considering we top out at $4.33 a gallon about 5 or 6 weeks ago. It's been quite that long already. Probably about 1.5 months ago, that is when we top out at $4.33 as a national average, with only shave of 22 cents per gallon on the national average. It's going down really slowly. So as a result of that, the Gas Rebate Act of 2022, again introduced by that a small handful of Democratic representatives, these payments could still be going on out. Realistically, we should have a few of these checks in our pocket already. According to what the analysts and experts are saying, it's likely that this trend could continue going up because gas prices are likely to stay elevated above $4 a gallon for at least several more weeks. We'll be kicking off here in about 5 or 6 weeks or so. Technically, Memorial Day is kind of like the unofficial kickoff to summer in the first 3-day week of the year. So we may go down, we may bottom out a little bit below $4 a gallon. And then, what they're anticipating is the summer diving season will kick in Memorial Day weekend. Then you go, we are off to the races once again, and oil prices are likely to spike up higher, therefore bringing gas prices even higher. From the research and the reports I'm reading out there, they're actually still anticipating over $5 per gallon of gas this year. So even though it looks like we are going down slowly, but anyway, it's pretty encouraging that Congress is working on payments for the low income.